Welcome to Tot School. Today, as you can see, I have some superheroes up here to help, and we are talking about Halloween. And we've got a lot of stuff coming up that's fun. We've got something really cool to eat, and we also have a special guest coming in just a little bit to talk to us about Halloween safety. But first, we'd like to start out by pledging allegiance to our flag. Okay, guys, let's do attention, attention, salute, and pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And right now we have superheroes up here, but when we sit down, this will be my friend Marshall, this is Landon, this is Mason, and this is Cameron. And we'll be right back with our special guest to talk to us about Halloween safety. We are lucky enough today to have Officer Morgan come and speak to us today. We're talking about Halloween, and she's going to tell us how to keep safe while we're out trick-or-treating and running around having a good time that night. So Officer Morgan, if you would just go ahead and tell us about safety.
Well, it looks like everybody is all dressed up for Halloween already.
Yep.
So I guess every one of you are going trick-or-treating? Who's going to take you trick-or-treating?
My mom and dad.
Your mom and dad?
Yeah.
Because we always want to go trick-or-treating with an adult, don't we?
Yep.
We don't want to go by ourselves ever.
Nope.
We want to go with an adult. That's right. What can we take with us to help us see? Because it's dark.
Flashlight.
Very good. We
Flashlight.
need to take a
I have
flashlight.
2 pumpkin flashlights and 1 ghost flashlight.
Very good. Because sometimes it's dark and you can't see things in the yard. So we need to take a flashlight with us, right?
And my flashlight, I have a Mickey Mouse flashlight.
A Mickey Mouse flashlight?
My dad has a flashlight in his phone.
We all have flashlights, don't we, at home?
My dad has a flashlight in his phone too.
Yeah.
And mommy.
Well, how do we know which houses to go to? Does anybody know which houses we go and visit? Which houses do we go and visit?
Well, Granny and Papa. Yeah.
Are those people we know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to visit people we know and neighborhoods we know, don't we? We don't want to go to houses that we don't know who lives there, or we might not be familiar with them.
I know who lives at a house, and I know Grandma and Grandpa.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, how about,
And I know someone else.
do they turn their lights on their front porches to let us know that they have candy?
Yep.
Well, what if they don't have their light on? Do we go to that house?
No.
How come?
Because they don't have any light.
They don't have any light and they might not be home, right?
Yep.
So we only visit the houses that have their front porch light on, right? Well, when you get your candy, what do we do with it?
Yeah.
We eat it, yeah?
Yep.
Well, who needs to look at it before we eat it? We need to let our parents check it and make sure that the candy is okay to eat. Because sometimes candy can be yucky and we don't need to eat it. So when you get your candy home at night after you've been trick-or-treating, let your parents go through it and say that it's okay to eat. Okay? Can y'all do that for me?
Can you guys do that? Can you say yes, ma'am?
That'd be
Okay.
safe. And all of your costumes, all your costumes fit really, really well. So some people have big flowy costumes. What can happen if you have a costume that doesn't fit very well? What could you do if you tripped over it? You might fall.
You know what? I think that I should be a ninja turtle for Halloween, but I have a big problem because I don't have my costume yet.
Uh-oh. Well, we can be maybe a Ninja Turtle next year.
Okay.
When we go to a house,
We got in America last night.
when we go to the house that has their front porch light on, what do we do?
Say trick or treat.
Do we knock on the door?
Yeah.
Ring the doorbell?
Yes.
And do we go inside the house or do we stay outside?
Outside.
Outside. We don't ever go in a house. We only take candy at the door.
One time I went in the house and I saw mommy.
You saw mommy in there? Yeah, mommies and daddies are in there. So we.
I saw mommy. That was a mom.
That's right. Where do we walk? when we walk, do we stay on the sidewalk or do we walk down the middle of the road?
On the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk or in the yard. If there's not a sidewalk, we stay in the yards, right? We don't walk down the road, because what might happen if we walk down the road?
Somebody will probably walk down the road and you'll get hurt.
You might get hurt, yeah, because there's cars on the road and we want to stay out of the road, right?
Yeah, just like when I start 1, 2, 5 in the hot and if it's on the road, then we can drop down and get under the car.
That's right. Well, what happens if we go to a house and there's an animal there? There's like a dog or a cat that we don't really know. Do we pet that animal?
No.
No, we have to be careful of those animals, don't we?
I pet a dog named Lacey because it was Mr. Mark's dog because he was out of town, so I bring them at My dog's name is Lacey. I've been petting her, and she'll bite me.
Right, we can pet dogs and cats that we know that are friends of ours, but if we don't know that dog or cat, we leave them alone, okay? And what's another thing we need to do? We need to wear comfortable shoes, because we're going to be doing a lot of walking, aren't we? We don't want to wear big high heel shoes. I don't think you guys would wear high heels. I hope not.
I don't think so.
No high heels.
And my Billy's it has wheels.
It has wheels? Yeah. So we want to wear tennis shoes like all of you got on. You got your cowboy boots on. Those are good.
Guess who just come to my house?
Who?
Carla.
Who did?
Carla.
He did?
His aunt.
His aunt. Ah. So we're going to wear comfortable shoes. We're going to...
Guess how many teachers I got?
How many?
3.
3?
Cameron, can we listen, guys, for just a minute? I think Officer Morgan is going to tell us what we need to wear on our feet that night, okay?
We're going to wear tennis shoes like you've got on, and your cowboy boots are great too. We wear comfortable shoes because we're going to walk. We're going to walk a lot. And then we're going to stay on the sidewalks, right?
Yes.
Yep. And we're going to go to houses that have the lights on.
I have wheels.
And then we're going to knock on the door, and what are we going to say?
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. And then what's the most important thing that I think? I think the most important thing is to have a good time.
Yep. And I do that stuff.
You do that stuff?
Yeah.
And we get lots of candy, right?
What?
Lots of candy.
What?
You don't want lots of candy? Yeah.
'Cause when you go to the house and say trick or treat, they give you candy.
Yeah. But we're going to do it safe, and we're going to carry our flashlights.
Yep.
And we're going to let our parents check our candy, right? Before we eat it.
Ma'am.
I went to my spooky buddies. I had a flashlight, and they open and they know the people.
That's right. And when we're walking to the houses and we have our mask on, let's take our mask off when we're walking through the yard, and then put it back on when we get ready to go to the house so you can see really well. Yeah, so you don't trip and stuff. Is that a good idea?
Yep.
Yeah, because sometimes it's kind of hard to see out of those masks. Well, all right. Do you guys have any questions? What's your question?
I think and my rolling wagon says what I did.
I think he's trying to tell you about his rolling. He's going to be rolling a lot.
Oh, you're going to be rolling a lot.
In the wagon. I think he's going to be maybe riding in the wagon. I have a question, Officer Morgan. This may be for some of our older brothers and sisters, but is there a certain time that we have to stop trick-or-treating?
You have to be home by 11, which most of you guys are in bed by 11, I would think.
Yeah, I would
But-
think we're probably home by 9.
The safest time to trick or treat is right before it gets really dark, kind of when it's still daylight and you can still see. That's the safest time. But if it gets dark while you're out, you've got your flashlight. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
Me too. Yes, one day Lennon was running too fast on the road. Mommy was telling him something, and he was running too fast, and he scraped his knees because he tripped.
Okay, that may have been what he was trying to tell me about rolling. And if you remember, Officer Morgan said not to wear those long costumes that will make you trip.
Good question.
So let's remember that one too. Okay, Cameron.
It's my turn?
Yes, sir.
Yep. days when I was throwing a wagon, I just will go faster, fast.
You can-
So it's flat on it.
You can really go fast on a wagon, so you have to be careful with that too. Marshall, did you have a question? What was your question?
One time me and Bo fell off the ball and we knocked into each other.
Did you?
That's why we have to be careful.
Yeah,
I think they're telling you, Officer Morgan, that they have had kind of some bumps and
They've
scrapes
had some bumps and bruises.
and they have fast wagons and everything. But on Halloween, are you guys going to be extra careful?
Yep.
Yes, ma'am. And are you going to knock on that door and say trick or treat?
Yeah.
But if the light's not on, are you going to knock on that door?
No.
No. Can we tell Officer Morgan thank you for coming today? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you for listening, guys.
And you guys have heard a lot about Halloween safety and how you need to be careful when you're going to each house trick-or-treating. And we're going to be right back with a craft that's a little jack-o'-lantern votive. And again, thank you, Officer Morgan, for
welcome.
giving your time to us. And we will be right back. We're back with our craft, and this is a little glass votive that you can put a little tea light in, and we decorated him with orange tissue paper and gave him some eyes to look like a jack-o'-lantern. And this is just a baby food jar, but you could use any size jar that you have, just as long as it's glass, because remember there's a candle in it and we'll need the glass so that it won't melt. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm going to give you guys your glue.
Yay, my glue, my glue.
Go ahead and paint a little bit on your jar and then put some tissue paper on it. Here you go, Landon.
Oh, thanks.
Look, put your hand, put these fingers in here like this. Now, lay your paintbrush down and put you some orange paper on it before you get too much glue. Here, lay your paintbrush down. Now get you some orange paper and put on it. Let's do it, Mason. Let's try one at a time, okay?
I have a lot.
So set this down and hold this like this. Look, let Miss Kathy show you. Put these 2 fingers in here. Now pick that. Now let me go help my what toe up. It's okay because you're gonna put more on top of it. It's okay. Just take your paintbrush and put glue on it. Put another one on top. It's still perfect. Like this, baby. Like this. Now watch. We'll take your paintbrush, Mason, and paint that glue that's running. See, look. See? Fixed it. Now paint the jar. Landon, why don't you go ahead and start putting some orange pieces on your glue before it starts drying, okay? Just take this and set it over here out of the way. Good job. Take your finger and pat it down. Good job. Oh, you're doing good, Mason. Keep going. Miss Kathy will show you how to get it flat in just a little bit. Now you want to get it on. You want to cover that whole glass up with orange tissue paper, okay?
I just
See? Now make sure you put some around here too, okay?
I'll hold it over here.
We don't want to see any of that jar. See, Miss Kathy? See how it's orange all the way around.
Wow.
So you do yours like that, okay? It's gonna be just like that. As soon as you get it covered in orange, I'm gonna give you some eyes. What are we gonna do with this side?
Okay.
It's still not orange. Mason, if you can see any of the glass, you're not done, okay? We gotta cover the whole glass up. Okay, Landon, put me some glue right here.
Okay.
Maybe you need more glue. If it's falling, then that means you don't have enough glue.
Look.
You're doing good, Cameron. Good job. Okay, now let's put some more orange pieces on.
Look.
It's okay. You're fine. Remember, Miss Kathy told you it'd be messy. That's why I put the paper on the table. Okay, keep going. We gotta cover this up. Oh, get some more orange. I see some glue. It's okay. If you're not getting messy, then that's good, but if you do get messy, that's fine. That's okay. Get another one, sweetie. Just get another one, Linda. Oh, you caught it. Cameron, go ahead and get yours done, sweetheart. Oh, here's some right here. Gotta put some glue right there and put some on it. Let me go check on my friends at this table. Oh, Marshall, good job. Mason, let Miss Kathy show you something on this. See how your tissue paper's sticking out? Watch this.
Whoa.
See how it's going flat? Wait a minute. Wait just a second. Let Miss Kathy get this down.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, just a second.
How about you say Cameron?
I gotta get Mason's tissue paper flattened down over here. His tissue paper's trying to fly away. Just a second, babe. Now, see how Miss Kathy painted that glue on that and made it go flat? You paint that glue on this one, make it go flat. Let's get it. You can't go up top. It's got to be down like that. Okay. Marshall, good job. Okay, what'd you need over here, friends? Got it? Well, when the glue runs like that, you know what you need to do? Put a piece of orange paper on it.
Am I done?
You got to cover the whole thing up.
Am
You
I
don't
done?
see any more?
No.
I still see your jar.
I don't see any more white. I think I see some white. Oh, it's right there.
Oh, we got to get these flat. Take the paintbrush and paint on top of this. And make it go flat.
Okay.
See how that needs to be stuck on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, paint that down for Miss Kathy. Hold it down like that, make it flat,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
Thank you. Bless you. Good job, Landon.
Eleanor and Nigel went to this. Am I doing?
I still see some jar. Look, Miss Kathy, put a whole bunch of glue on there.
Really?
Yeah, really. This is a time, I know you guys always hear use a little bit, but this is one time that we can just use lots. Now, finish covering it up.
Hey, do you see any more?
Let me see. Oh, I think we
I dropped it.
dropped what? A piece of orange? It's okay, we have plenty. Just get you another one. Okay, we gotta flatten yours out like we did Mason's. So,
Am I done?
not yet.
Well,
Are you tired of doing it?
yeah.
You are.
I'm really done.
You're really done. I think I see one more spot. Landon, put one right there. Get this one. Did you? Right. Good job. Okay, I'll be right there. Right here, Landon. Okay, Mason, see how these are flying off like this? You got to glue all that down. So glue all that down and make it flat. See how Marshall's is flat? Put some glue under that and take your hand and just kind of make it flat. Don't put any on the inside, baby doll, because that's where the candle's gonna go. Just fold it. No, we can't put it right there because it'll catch on fire. And that would not be safe, would it?
I'm not done. I'm done.
Okay.
Oh,
What's wrong?
it just came off.
Well, you know what? You just put it right back up. No problem.
Wait on now.
No problem. All finished.
Am I done?
I think you are. Let me
Hey,
get.
look at me.
I see.
Am I done?
I think I'll let you be done, Landon, since I think you're tired. Let Miss Kathy flatten some of these down. Okay, pick the side you want to be his face. Okay.
We're going to use the glue to be a space.
Hmm?
We're going to use the glue to be a space.
We're going to use the glue to glue his eyes on. Okay. Okay. Here is some eyes. You figure out where you want his face to go and you put his eyes on, okay? You just put some glue on that or either here and stick it on. Okay. Landon, here's his eyes. It's because you have glue on your hands. It's okay. We'll clean up at the end, Marshall. Remember when Miss Kathy told you when you got glue, you kind of rub your fingers together? See? Okay, Mason. Here are your eyes. Which one? Which is? Let me flatten yours down.
I'm done. Are these triangles going to be his eyes?
Those triangles are going to be his eyes.
You know what color they are?
They are black.
That's the color that we
Okay.
want
Let
the
this side be
eyes.
his face. So you glue his eyes on, and then I'm going to give you your mouth.
I did it.
Did you get his eyes on?
Yep.
Good job.
I did it.
Mm-hmm.
I did it. Now what are we going to do?
Now you got to give him a mouth.
2 eyes.
And his mouth.
I like it with it. How do you know we're going to make him black?
Why do you not like it? Because it's messy? Good. Now let's put a candle in yours. Now Cameron, put your fingers in here like this, like this. Now hold your candle up. Hold it up. Hold it up.
It's Daddy, come here.
I'll be over there in just a second. Here's Cameron's candle, his votive that he's made. I did. Landon, hold yours up too. Yours looks good too. Hold it up. Hold it right there with your finger. It's okay. You're fine. Here, hold him up. And Mason and Marshall are working away over here and making such cute little jack-o'-lanterns. And we're going to be right back with our kids in the kitchen, and we've got a scary treat. We are back with our kids in the kitchen, and we are going to make goblin feet today. To make these, what I used was a nutter butter cookie with green icing and cashew nuts for the big claws on the front of it. You could use maybe some green chocolate to dip it in, but since I have small ones here and we are not working with hot chocolate, we're going to use icing. And I'm going to go ahead and give my friends each some cookies and some icing so you guys can get started.
I like those cookies.
Those cookies are awesome. These are good cookies.
Yummy cookies.
They taste like peanut butter. Cameron, don't eat it yet, babe.
They taste like peanut.
They do.
What about the other thing?
I'm going to give you some icing.
What about this peanut butter?
Here.
Mama, ours nice? Mommy doesn't want me to use these.
Well, Mommy's okay if you use them for Tot Show. It's okay.
Mama, ours
These are not real knives, Mason. These are plastic knives. We don't put these in our mouth though, okay? Now put your green icing on top of your cookies. All over your cookies. You and Landon are going to use the same icing to ice your cookies. And Mason and Marshall are going to use the same plate to put the green on their cookies.
It'll be good.
Yes, I promise you it'll be good. Okay, you guys go ahead. Get you. Not until you finish the cookie. Today you got to finish the cookie before you can lick anything. Finish your cookie. Cameron, I'm going to pull your sleeves up, baby, so we don't get stuff on your outfit. Because you got to have this.
Is it going down?
Oh, it's looking good. Put some more on the end so I can give you those nuts.
I don't want that.
We have to have nuts to have the claws.
I don't want
You don't have to eat them, but don't you want your feet to have big claws on it?
no.
So it looks scary? You don't.
No.
Okay.
I don't want these I want these
Oh, well, I wanted mine to be scary.
Me too.
Here's you some claws for yours when you get ready for them.
Not me.
Okay. If you don't want them, I won't give them to you. But I really think you're missing something cool. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead and eat one if you want to. I'll put another one in here. Now, you got to have 3 for each foot. Have you got the icing on for your nuts? Here you go.
You got mine. Not yet. I still want to make this.
Let's put it on the cookie first, please. You gonna put some more? You gonna put some claws on it? Not even one?
No.
Okay. Okay. Landon doesn't want his cookies to be scary today. Guys, while you guys are icing your cookies, I'm gonna tell you a little story. There were 5 little jack-o'-lanterns sitting on the gate. The first one said, "Oh my, it's getting late." The second one said, there are witches in the air. The third one said, but we don't care. The fourth one said, isn't Halloween fun? And the fifth one said, let's run, run, run. And then swoosh went the wind, and out went the lights, and the 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight. What'd you guys think about that? They were getting out of that wind, weren't they? Now, when you guys go out trick-or-treating this time, remember what Officer Morgan said? We're gonna have a flashlight so we can see where we're going, and we're only gonna go to houses of people that we know, is that right? And we're gonna wear costumes that fit so that we don't fall and get hurt, and we're gonna try to stay on the sidewalk, right? And remember, Halloween is over at 11 o'clock for some of you big brothers and sisters. Can you guys look and can you wave and say Happy Halloween? We hope you guys have a happy and safe Halloween, and we're gonna continue decorating our cookies, our goblin feet, and we've got some special potion to drink.